All right, Ben Parker of Cardinal Sports Bar Talk. I'm here with Stanford defensive line coach Ross Kolodziej. So first of all, let's talk about your unit. How have they been looking so far during this spring practice period?
Yeah, we're 5 practices in, so 1/3 of the way finished. And I think we've come in with the right mindset, with the right approach. We've got some really solid veteran guys that have taken really strong leadership roles through the winter conditioning program. They've done a great job in terms of getting their bodies right and their minds right, and really buying in and continuing to build on the foundation that we've laid.
Yeah, and just in general, kind of talk about the defensive scheme you guys are running. Andy Thompson's come in as well. Just any adjustments that he's made to the defense in his coaching role that you can kind of talk about, at least in general terms, or how's that coming about?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we have a great foundation, and we're continuing to build on that. And so for the most part, we're just expanding upon a scheme that really already exists. There's a couple new language components to that, but for the most part, it's just an extension of what's already in place.
Sweet. And just any players kind of standing out so far that you kind of want to give a shout out to? Anybody from last season that's like taking a particular jump that you've noticed, or that's
I would say collectively as a group, they did an amazing job through the winter. Our strength staff did an outstanding job with those guys, and they've all done a great job in terms of refining their body composition, getting stronger. You can tell by the way they're moving on the field that they've all improved in terms of that. Again, just the details and continuing to dominate them, like Coach Reich said, just coming out every day, playing with great effort, which we've been doing, and it's just putting a fine edge on that blade and just being as detailed as we can in our assignment, our alignment, and our technique.
Yeah, and just what's it been like working with Coach Reich so far? How's that been?
Yeah, it's been awesome. He's got an incredible resume, an unbelievable amount of experience, and it's a great honor to be able to work with him and continue to learn from him every day.
Sweet. And for you too, what are you most emphasizing with your unit right now during the spring period? What are the main points that you're honing in on with them right now?
Yeah, I think it's continue to develop our technique. For us, it starts up front, right? And that's our get off. It's pad level, it's hand placement, it's running our feet on contact, establishing a new line of scrimmage, continuing to build on the run game. And then obviously in pass rush situation, it's being able to essentially, try and find the cheat code, right? The tells at the poker table in terms of giving us an army party or a pass run read. And then we can really start to develop our pass rush skill set, attacking half a man, working edges, dominate the details in terms of our rush lane and our assignment and any of the pressures.
Yeah, one player I wanted to, I'm trying to think, who was his, just the incoming freshman group, you got some good freshmen coming in. How do you feel about that group that's going to be here in the summer?
So Adam Shovlin got here early.
That's the guy that's thinking. Yeah, how's he looking?
Yeah, so he's done really well, right? I think like most guys in that situation, the playbook is going to be the biggest obstacle, because this is the first time for most of these guys they're going to experience the detail, the scheme, and how their 1/11th really matters. It's not so much see ball, get ball anymore. You have a very detailed assignment and responsibility to the defense and to the team to execute that every day. And as you push through spring, right, that cumulative load kind of piles up, and you can see guys start to maybe short circuit a little bit, where everything's starting to blend together and they don't know right from left. And so it's our job as coaches to continue to be able to give them the tools to process that information, and then be able to go out on the field and execute and perform at a high level.
And then on Shovlin, just what do you most like about his game, his potential? What are his kind of big strengths that you're seeing from him so far?
Big things, I always look for in a defensive lineman is twitch, get off, right? Something that if nobody saw football, they'd be able to look at the tape and be like, wow, that guy's different, right? His acceleration off the ball, again, resetting that line of scrimmage, how he strikes and controls blockers and dominates the point of attack. And then just, pursuit, to me, which is a reflection of your passion for the game. How hard does he play the game? And so those are some of the, if you will, some of that raw talent that he brings to the table. He's got a great frame, great length. He's already put on some good weight, and he's got some strength behind it. So excited to continue to work with him and develop him as we go forward.
Well, perfect. Thanks so much for taking the time, Ross, and best of luck the rest of the spring period.
Thank you.